Hello from Argentina. My name is Claire Hawkins. I'm a traveling singer-songwriter and I'm currently living here in Buenos Aires. I thought in this video I would take you along for a couple days of my life and show you some cool things that you can do here in Buenos Aires. Now it is a very large city, so there are many more things to do that I won't be able to fit into this one video, but I have several other Buenos Aires videos on my YouTube channel that you can check out as well. In the meantime though, let's get to exploring. Now, if you're hearing any miscellaneous animal noises in the background, that is because I am here at Eco Parque. This is a very cool, free public park that used to be a zoo, and now they still have several of the animals living here. It is absolutely a must-see while you're in Buenos Aires.
I've been sitting on a highway, watching cars go by.
Conveniently, Eco Parque has entrances and exits at both ends of the park, which means you can use it kind of as a passageway from Palermo over to this area that's full of different parks. So we're actually gonna head now from this park to another one called the Japanese Garden.
Thinking living in the fast lane could have kept me from hitting rewind.
I'm here in the Japanese garden and it is really truly just so beautiful. I will say it's maybe not quite as peaceful as intended just because there's a little bit of construction work going on and it's pretty crowded considering it's a weekday. So I imagine that it gets even busier on weekends, but regardless, it's really beautiful, so it's definitely worth a visit. The ticket for entry was less than $1, so very well worth it. It's just a very cool place in the middle of the city where you can kind of relax a little bit. Not too much, we're still in the middle of Buenos Aires. As you can see, there is a restaurant here, which I've heard actually has really good food. I'm just not really hungry right now, so we're gonna head to the next destination.
A lot of things can feel like summer. Blue skies, a warm rain.
I am here outside of Malba, which is a very well-known modern art museum here. Malba stands for Museo de Arte Latinoamericano de Buenos Aires, or in English, that's the Museum of Latin American Art here in Buenos Aires. Conveniently, I learned that on Wednesdays, tickets are half price, and today is a Wednesday, so we're gonna go take advantage of that.
It's so easy to hold on to what you know is gonna change. Oh, these hands of mine, how they tell the time. All alone, sometimes I slipped away. And as I moved around, I swore I liked the sound, but I just can't get myself to say the name.
I'm just leaving Malba now, and I want to say how much I really enjoyed that museum. There was so much diversity in the artists themselves, the kinds of subjects that they were depicting in their art, as well as the mediums. I saw so many different things, and it was really incredible. I think there's something for everyone here, so I really recommend visiting. Hello, it is a new day here in Buenos Aires, and today we are exploring the neighborhood of La Boca. This area has a really interesting history that I'm really intrigued to learn more about, so let's head out. am here in the neighborhood of La Boca on a very famous street called Caminito. This word means little walkway, and it refers to this very colorful stretch right behind me. I'm here exploring the many souvenir shops they have on the street of Caminito. This area is really well known for artists because, as you can see, it is very colorful, and all of the storefronts and buildings that are these beautiful colors were painted by local artists from La Boca. As I mentioned, this area has a really fascinating history. In the 19th century, this was the major port to get to Buenos Aires. So that is why the name La Boca, which translates to the mouth, is representative of this area being the mouth of Buenos Aires, so to speak. Because of its proximity to the port, there were many immigrants who settled here in La Boca. In fact, many of the houses in this area were actually built from leftover shipbuilding materials. Now, the brightly colored buildings surrounding me weren't always this way. It wasn't until the 1960s when local artist Benito Quinquela Martin started painting the buildings in his home neighborhood to essentially use the city as his canvas. Now this neighborhood is a really interesting mix of an ongoing working class neighborhood with this major tourist attraction in the center of it. So I've definitely heard that it might not be considered the safest neighborhood for tourists, but of course if you're here in Caminito, it's filled with tourists. So there's a bit of an interesting juxtaposition, and obviously whenever you travel to a new city, you want to keep your wits about you. So that's what I'm doing, but there's so much here to learn, and it's just really fascinating to take it all in.
When were you out of the blue, and how did you stay?
La Boca is not only known for lots of visual artists selling their work here in the streets and in the shops, but it's also famously the birthplace of tango.
'Cause I've been strong, but this moving on has guided me astray, and it's taken me away. Oh, these hands of mine, how they tell the time. All alone, sometimes I slipped away, and as I moved around, I swore I liked the sound.
I was very much under the impression that the train tracks weren't active anymore, but clearly I was wrong.
But I just can't get myself to say the name.
Things are just about wrapping up here for the day, so I will say thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful if you're coming to Buenos Aires. There are so many things to do in this incredible city, so make sure to check out the other videos on my channel and subscribe and turn on notifications because there are more videos from Argentina on the way. If you liked the music in this video, it is, as always, one of my original songs, which you can find linked in the video description, or of course anywhere you get music online by searching Claire Hawkins. Make sure to also follow me on social media, also linked down below, and stay tuned. There is so much more coming. I can't wait to share it with all of you. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you soon.
I'm working on my foreign